next Korean, that should be Korean cargo on the way to Anchorage. All right, I guess now we have the better sound, is it? Hey, there's Follow Me Aviation. How are you doing today? This live stream today is in English, and I think we should be all fine with it. It's super stormy here at Bayswater Park today. I like extremely stormy. I had to do some adjustments here, so I realized it was very painful in the beginning with the sound. Apologies for it, but we have fixed it right now. So now we see Korean Air Cargo. On the way to Seoul, straight to Seoul, not to Anchorage. Usually these planes, they go to Anchorage, but this one goes straight to Seoul. Now, next we have Royal Air Morocco. Let me see. Here she is in all her glory. That's flight 202. Should go to Marrakesh, I guess. Now, compared to last Saturday, now we started later in the day. Now we got a lot of arrivals what we didn't see last Saturday. So some interesting departures coming up. So stay tuned. you see any buffering in the stream, or is it just on my pad here, what I mounted to the tripod? I think it might be just the pad here. Look at that. All right. So let's see what we got next. There's American Airlines flight 3001 JFK to Miami coming over. All right, Follow Me Aviation said there's no buffering. Thank you very much. So I guess it's just the connection between my camera and my pad. Also, M. Gertz. Your first name is Martin, I guess. I don't know. I guess. I guess. Oh, to Casablanca. Oh, okay. All right. To Casablanca. Yeah. See, thank you very much. Now, overall, with all that wind, right, it's not that bad. It's just about how do you handle the sound. So I put on an external microphone on the shoe of the camera while I was actually planning to use lavalier microphones. They got some Sennheisers, so they actually are really good. But I think I picked the computer microphone as a source instead of the camera, the HDMI cable, right? So apologies for the bad sound in the beginning. So we should be fine as of now. So a few boats are crossing. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in New York. Also, police is patrolling left and right, but we got a permit, so we're fine. We worked it with this city here, so we're fine. Yeah. So we have actually also high tide. Like let me show you where I was last Saturday. That might be interesting. That's where I was last Saturday. So we have a little bit of a high tide. It's no problem, so you can still access it, but it's very popular, especially when you have high tide. A lot of fishermen are coming out to catch some fish, right? So I find another good spot here. It's a little bit in the corner. You don't distract anyone, and they can do their hobby. We can do ours, so we should be fine. Yeah, it's a little bit quiet as of now. Let's see how it gets. Here, let's see what we have here on actually runway 31 left. That's Delta Airlines 767-300. That's a rare 31 left approach, but sometimes they just decide to go on 31 left because they have a shorter taxi time to the terminal. So it makes sense for Delta. That was a nice approach. But like especially the afternoon hours, they can get a little bit more quiet. I would say technically between 12 and 2 o'clock on a Saturday, also on a Sunday, it's a little bit more quiet. But then it will pick up with all the European airlines departing overseas for their night flight across the Atlantic. So we have 12:30 right now. So we will be fine. No worries. We will be fine. Let's see what we have. Well, the Delta 767 was from Brussels. Nice. Well, I hope the camera and the tripod is not shaking too much. It's have I already mentioned that it's really windy and stormy here? Like ridiculous, ridiculous. All right. Currently we have Virgin Atlantic with a 330-900 Neo from London Heathrow approaching runway 31 right. Should come up very soon. And I see Singapore Airlines. There was actually the flight from Frankfurt. Was it SQ25, the Star Alliance livery? It came in from Frankfurt. I think they pushed it to an outside position because the flight leaves said, if memory serves me right, at about 8:30 at night. So let's move over to Virgin Atlantic with an A330-900. Beautiful airplane. Beautiful airplane. I guess I flew it once from JFK to Los Angeles when it was rather new with Delta Airlines. I was lucky actually to catch the Team USA, like the first Team USA livery. I guess they got now a second one, right? It's a beautiful airplane. The seats is very comfortable. I like it a lot. Yeah, they clear the planes, especially when they come from Europe. They clear them from the terminals so they can reuse the gates before these planes leave back to Europe in the late afternoon and evening and night hours, right? So that Singapore 777-300 is going to fly back to Frankfurt and then continues to Singapore, if memory serves me right. I flew it a couple of times from Frankfurt here to JFK. Great airline, great airplanes. I had I was lucky to was a few times on their A380 when they operated between Frankfurt and JFK. Still, great airline, one of my favorite airlines actually. Now we have another Delta 767-300 coming in, I guess. Where is it? Here she comes. Yeah, it's definitely Delta time, right? But it's a Delta hub here, JFK. So you see a lot of Delta planes in general. Not so many Spirit Airlines. I think there's one or two Frontier 320s operating. I think one left in the morning. Was it to Portland, Oregon? And we see also, of course, a lot of JetBlue airplanes. They have quite a few special colors, special liveries, let's say it that way. So hopefully we can see a few today. The later it gets, the better the light gets. So some we have some clouds here, but shouldn't be too bad. So we have Swiss coming in, pretty close. Swiss A330-300 from Zurich, Switzerland. Should be here anytime soon. Let me see. This is number 3. So we have another Delta coming in, 767 right in front of the Swiss A330. So that's going to be our next plane. All right, what do we have over there? Let me check. What's that one? That's JetBlue. That's definitely JetBlue. Is this with I Love New York? Looks like, right? Yeah, that's I Love New York. One of their special colors, special liveries. I think they must have around 10 or so, do you know? The I Love Blue, that's actually, oh, look at that. That's not, they have another I Love, but that's I Love New York, and that's I Love Blue. All right. So let's try Spanish. Mr. Curtis. Buen dia, right? So all the way over there, let's have a look. We got the Swift 330 from Zurich, Switzerland coming in. All right. We have Cathay Pacific flights 330 from Hong Kong. 2 minutes out. It's gonna be here quick. Actually has the One World livery. So a little bit more special. If it's too special, I don't know, but a little bit more special. And we have Delta Flight 93 from Berlin to JFK, arriving in 3 minutes. Very close. Greetings to our friends from Berlin, Germany. Now Cathay sits on the ILS, flying it down. And hi Udo, how are you doing? It's 6:45 p.m. Nobody there. 6:45. That must be in Europe. Is it in Germany, Udo? All right. The next one is going to be Cathay 777-300 in Star Alliance livery. I'm doing great, Udo. Thank you. Where are you watching us from? And Mr. Gertz, next widebody is to land Cathay 777 from Hong Kong, Delta 767 from Brussels, and A330-300, Delta 330-900 from Amsterdam, nice. Delta 767-300 from Keflavik, and Delta 767-400 from London Heathrow. So a lot of good action, a lot of Delta, right? Aer Lingus 330-300 from Dublin, and my favorite ITA 330-200 from Rome. That's nice, beautiful. And Udo is watching us from Odenwald. Nice. Very warm welcome, Udo. Now here we have the Cathay Pacific flight from Hong Kong in their One World livery. Oh, it's so stormy, so windy. Usually Chicago is the windy city, but today it's Queens, New York, definitely. Need to hold the tripod. That's a sturdy one. Nice. Delta 767-300. She came in on 3-1 left. And Mr. Gertz. Is it Martin? Martin Gertz or Marvin? Let me know. from Dortmund. BVB. Is that right? Yes, Udo. That's Jens. That's me. Yes, Thomas, the 351,000 from Japan Airlines, is it? Let me see where it is. Now we have Brussels Airlines coming in with a 330-300, and I guess it's the old Eurowings livery. Let's see. She should show up shortly. I was thinking about actually going live tomorrow too, but they expect rain for tomorrow, so it's a little bit yeah, not too crazy about it, right? Sunday is a little bit different. The traffic is different. We have from Uzbekistan Airlines there, the Dreamliner, the 787-800, the baby Dreamliner. That's a nice Sunday guest. Here another JetBlue. Or is it American? No, I'm sorry, that's American. All right. Brussels should show up shortly. There she is. There she is. Let's go over. Brussels Airlines A330-300 from Brussels, Belgium. Yeah, guys, sorry with the focus, with the autofocus, but with the trees, it's a little bit of a challenge, but we do our best. We do the best we can. Wonderful. Awesome. Now we stay on the approach. Next one is actually a Delta. The 330-900 is coming 3-1 left. That is fantastic. We wanna make sure we get that one. So that's actually a lot closer. A lot closer. So that plane is 1 minute out, should be here shortly, the Delta 330-900. Oh, you're Marcus. All right. No, Marcus, I got it. I'm very sorry. Now here we go for Delta 330-900 on 31 left. That's awesome. Where is she? Here she is. Gorgeous. All right. That was a nice 3-1 left landing. And we have JetBlue coming up here with their Mint livery. Mint is their new business class. Really great airline, a great product on top of it. I like what they do. And Marcus says after the 330-900 there will be Delta 767-400 from London Heathrow. That's a quick flight, but here we have another Delta coming in 3-1 left. Let's get that one real quick. Here we go. Awesome. But let's have a look on this beautiful JetBlue livery. I guess it's their new livery. Can someone confirm in the chat that's their new livery, the Mint? Udo, are you from Germany? Can you hear it? Can you hear it on my accent? What do you think? Sounds like, right? But I live and work here in New York, so here for quite some time. So that's basically, well, it was actually one of my first airports in the US where I started actually spotting JFK, and here at Bayswater Park, it's really beautiful. It became a little bit more of a hassle lately, so you have to work with the authorities to get your permissions, especially when you show up with a little bit bigger cameras and these massive video tripods and your batteries and everything, basically cables, iPad, iPhone connected to it. It looks pretty weird, but I can understand I was talking to a couple earlier. They were actually asking a little bit about what I'm doing here. So I understand it. I get it. It looks a little bit freaky, but hey, we're doing nothing wrong, right? We're just enjoying our hobby. This is what it is, right? Enjoying our hobby, enjoying a few hours here out in the sun, a nice breeze. Now with actually the wind calmed down a little bit, and we just had a really good conversation, and that's basically it. All right. Marcus says, now to start JetBlue 320 to Miami. I guess that was the flight we just filmed. Delta 757-200 to Los Angeles. Yes, that's that's the busiest route from JFK to LAX with I guess 188 flights per week. That's quite a lot, right? Um, Delta Embraer 175 to Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, that's not far away from here, right? You don't need a big plane to do that. Marcus says number 2, 3-1 right. It's the ETA 330-200 from Rome. And I guess here she comes. Let me see. That's actually Aer Lingus. Look at that. Aer Lingus. Air with A-E-R. Not with A-I-R. A-E-R. Shamrock. Call sign. From Dublin. Sometimes you actually see them flying into Newark, what is not far away from here too, with a 321, with the Neo. Well, at least that was later last year. I don't know if they are still flying in with the 321 into Newark, but I saw them a couple of times, and I guess they also fly to Washington D.C., or they did, with a 321. Nice. Yeah, Marcus said can stream last week to Fluggesellschaft in German language with Thomas in the studio in Berlin. But now we have now we got the ETA 330-200. My favorite. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Here we go. What a beautiful airplane, what a beautiful livery. And now there's a special coming up here. Look at that. Now, what about that one? Isn't that great? Turkish Airlines 77700 FIFA special colors. That's nice. Right in front of the Planes and France cameras. Welcome to Planes and France. By the way, I'm your host, Jens. Starting the live streaming, right? I'm actually coming from the classic slide photography. If you can remember the Kodak, the K64s. Oh my God! I think it was I was their best customer. It was ridiculous, right? Shot slides. Well, I started actually back in '92. This is when I started my first, my first tries actually in photography. I learned it with a camera. I don't know if you can remember. Praktika. Had no batteries, nothing, no electronics, no helpers. Learned it basically from the ground up, right? With no helpers. You had to actually to determine the correct exposure. You had to pull a lever, and then you saw in the finder a needle going up and down. And when you were right, or some kind of right, so the needle was in the middle, right? So it was never 100% perfect, but you know what? It was one of the best things what I could learn, because later on I could tell if the aperture was off, if the shutter speed is off, or if you want to have a special shot, like a special picture with a special effect about what you do with the shutter speed. So I was grateful actually. Well, I'm very grateful that I was able to learn it, like with a very simple, very basic cameras. And don't get me wrong, the picture quality, the slide quality with that Praktika lens was amazing. I started it basically back in '92 in Stuttgart, Germany, where we still had the old Runway 08, and you could actually walk to the fence and just photograph through the fence. Back in the good old days where like human Tupolev 134 was flying into Stuttgart. All these good old aircraft, Istanbul Airlines, I can remember their TriStar, all the good stuff. So yeah, this is how I started, right? And then later on I switched over to digital photography, went the Canon route with the D60 and then 10D, and it was a lot. It was actually too much. Spent way too much money on these cameras and lenses, and yeah, now here I am filming. And oh boy, that is an experience, I can tell you. Completely different. A complete different skill set. Not just like the live streaming, that is again a little bit more different with the equipment, but when you do the filming and when you edit it in whatever you have, like Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro, it doesn't matter. It's a whole different ball game. It's a lot different actually, but a good challenge. It's always great. Let's see what we have. Marcus said the next widebody to land is Delta 767-300 from Milano, an American 777-300, but we want to keep an eye on the Turkish on the 777-300 on a special livery. That's actually nice. And Marcus, thank you very much for your support, for your service here, helping the audience a little bit with the flights. It's much appreciated. All right, that's coming in a Delta Airlines 321. It looks like a Neo, right? Yep, coming in. And behind the Turkish, let me see what's that. It's a lot of good stuff. And behind the Turkish, there's MNG Airlines A330 200 freighter. And I think again with their 25 years sticker on it. I think we had the same one last Saturday when we were doing a stream with Thomas from Fluggesellschaft.de. Make sure you also check his channel, leave him a like and subscribe, and I would be happy if you would do the same with this channel, Planes and Trends. You might hear or see more from me in the future. Like, there's a trip planned to Los Angeles in the beginning of the first week of July. Actually, I'm not really sure if I should really drag all my equipment to LA. It's a lot, guys. It's really a lot. So I would a few suitcases with a tripod, and you have to detach the head. It's a fluid head, and the cameras, the lens, the computer. It's a lot. All right, here she goes. Turkish Airlines 777-300. Nice. Ooh, that wind. I hope it's okay for you guys. When the tripod shakes a little bit, we have crazy wind gusts here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And the fisherman. Yeah, it's a very popular spot for fishermen, but also for aircraft spotters. So we share it, right? We take care of each other. That's great. Now we have MNG A330-200. That's on the way to Istanbul, Turkey, with a 25-year sticker. Now let me just have a sip of water. Be right back. Behind we have what's that? JetBlue flights. Check to flight 787. That's flight 787 to St. Martin. Oh wow, that's nice. St. Martin. Not too bad. Not too bad. Follow Me Aviation, Jens, nicely captured. Thank you. Which aircraft do you mean? Look who's up next too. Here we go, Air India. I think they changed from they had usually one flight with a 777-200 long range. These are ex Delta Airlines aircraft, and it looks like they changed now both flights. I think one to Mumbai and one to Delhi. I think they changed them to 777-300 now. I wish I could see actually the 777-200 because, like, to the long range, they are pretty rare. So, but the 300s, when you're lucky, you get their special colors. They have a beautiful special colors. I guess it's called the colors of the pictures of India, where they have like all of their sightseeing sites and their monuments displayed on the aircraft. Absolutely beautiful, but not today. Maybe another day. And we see Egypt there, 777-300 coming up again too. Fly to Cairo. Someone is excited. Nice. Well, I hope, guys, the tripod doesn't shake. It's a very heavy wind gust here at the moment. And I have to use a long lens to capture all the stuff here. Nice! Egypt Air 777-300. Well, they also fly to New York. But I think I already mentioned it's not too far away from here with their 787 Dreamliner with a 900. So, yeah. It's a beautiful livery, by the way. When we go over, we see Air India lining up runway 31 left. Nice. All right. Let's see what we have over there. American Airlines 737. And each of there waiting to line up. Well, follow me aviation gusty winds in JFK like in FNC. Where's that? Or this is Lisbon, right? I don't know. It's sometimes it's really windy. Like in general, it's a strong wind blowing from the west northwest. But sometimes the wind gusts are really crazy, and you have to. I think I have to hold on to my tripod, but I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine. Guys, how's the picture quality? I changed something from last stream with 60 frames per second coming in. I muted the colors a little bit on the streaming software, what we use here. Depending on the heat haze, right? How's the picture? Funchal, Madeira. I've never been there actually. I've been to Lanzarote. That was into Mallorca, and I think one time to Gran Canaria, but it was a long time ago, like 20 years ago or so. And then I flew to Hurghada, Egypt, 757-300 from Condor. It was a cockpit flight. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Well, all you see is desert and sand. And in the middle, the airport comes up, right? It's beautiful. Udo says, perfect. Thank you, Udo. Trying our best here. Batteries should be fine. One set of batteries should last us for, let's say, like three and a half hours. Let's see. All right. Let's see what we have. We have Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 on the flight to San Francisco. That's flight number 15, lining up on runway 31 left. goes. Right, and we go over to the Egypt there. Beautiful lights, beautiful light, beautiful livery. On her way to Cairo, Egypt. Someone is very excited at the moment. Here she goes. A phenomenal livery. Is that beautiful or is that beautiful? There she goes. All right, let's see. What do we have next? We have, what's that? I want to see what it is. I'm not sure about that. I'm looking on a flight radar, but I'm not sure. Marco Skirt says the picture quality is excellent. Thank you, Marcus. And Udo says perfect and nice. Thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated. All right, let's see what we have. We have Delta Airlines 330-200. coming from Paris, excuse me, from Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Five minutes out. That would be, I would say, a candidate for 3 more left. So yeah, we could be lucky. That's a JetBlue A220. Well, actually, earlier in the day, when I was waiting until they opened up Bayswater Park, I was driving over to the bridge location, right, where you get the beautiful bank shots, and actually was some picture spotting, some picture aircraft spotting. So not filming, but just took some pictures. And was a JetBlue 320 taken off, and with the name Blue York. We talked about that last time, I guess, right? That JetBlue is giving their airplanes like crazy, funny names. They do a contest within the company, within their employees, and all these names, they basically come from their employees. You and me in a plane named Blue. Blue Bayou, Blue Suede Shoes, Blue York. You can see everything. Nice. All right. Marcus says next widebodies inbound, Delta 330, 300 from Paris. Yes, ETA 330, 900 from Rome. Fiumicino, my favorite. American 777-200 from Madrid. Aero Mexico 787-800 from Mexico City. Nice. Kalita 747-400 freighter from Anchorage. Here we go. And we have Delta 330-200 from Frankfurt, Germany. Followed by a British 777-300 from London, Heathrow. So we have a Delta 330-200 coming on 31 left. Here she comes. Sorry for that. These camera operators. But this is a 300, right? Or is it? I don't know. 200 or 300? Follow Me Aviation says the next highlight for Udo is coming. What is it? Udo, what's a highlight for you? Let me know. Marcus says Jens Delta is a 330-300. Thank you, Marcus. for a second I was at a 200. I guess that's was the last flight actually what I took, coming from Frankfurt with the Condor 330-200, the ex Etihad. Oh my God, that was an old one. I think they're gone now, right? And we have here, what is it, Plus Ultra 330-300. Nice. See, the later it gets, the better the traffic gets, the sun gets better, the light gets better, everything gets better. Hey guys, if you haven't liked and subscribed my channel, it's still a small channel, you know, nothing crazy big. Basically started last year with it, trying to grow it a little bit. So if you would like to like and subscribe, would be awesome. And if you like what we do here, feel free to leave us a like. We are planning to do this more often on the weekends, right? During the week I have to work. Unfortunately, I can't. But at the weekend, you know, do this during the weekend when the weather permits. Tomorrow we are going to expect rain, so we can't do it tomorrow. But usually on a Saturday, you might have a good chance that I will be live. That I will be going live here from JFK. I might do I don't know. I'm not sure yet if I want to do like an afternoon live stream like this one from the other position, but it's very close to a street and it's on a bridge. I don't really know if you're allowed to do it. So let's see. But actually, I'm awaiting the day where we will have 04 right landings and 04 left takeoffs. When this happens, you're going to see a whole different perspective because the airplanes are much closer to you, and you don't need such a high focal length, right? Well, right now I'm using 600 millimeters. That's crazy. So when you just touch the tripod a little bit, like the camera arm, like you see a movement in the picture. It's quite a distance. So hopefully we'll get some of these like northeastern winds. That's what we need for 04 operation. That would be awesome, and especially when you have 04 left departures. They depart right in front of the skyline of Manhattan. So we are waiting for that. It's going to come one day. We have to be patient, but we will be lucky. One Saturday, we will be lucky. But right now, Plus Ultra, 330-300. And Asiana 350-900 is about to line up on runway 01 left. We have another 330 coming up. That's nice. So we have two very interesting takeoffs coming up. Now here we go, left turn. All right, let's go over to Asiana, 350-900. Sorry, guys. we have Kalita coming in here. It's going to be interesting. So that is Asiana 350-900 on her flight on her way to Seoul in South Korea. I'll be vigilant for the Kalita 747-400. Not sure if that one is coming in 3-1 left. Can't see it right now, but it would be gorgeous. Oh, here she comes. I'm sorry. Priority. Sometimes it can become really busy. You don't know what to capture first. But 747-400, the queen of the skies, right? Always has priority. Always has priority. Nice. Nice. All right, guys. Sorry for the quick change. Hope you didn't get dizzy. And now, next one we have is Firefly. High Sky, actually. High Sky. On the way to Bucharest in Romania. High Sky 330-200. Beautiful livery, by the way. What do you think? And a turn and burn. Let's go. And what do we see here? Korean A380 coming up. Nice. Nice. All right. What do we have next? A&A? Is A&E coming up? Let's have a look. Delta 220. But I can also see A&A coming up here in a second. Here she comes, 777-300. Sadly, not the Pokemon livery today. It would have been awesome with that light, but that's fine. It's great. And Marcus, thanks again for your help. Kalita Queen on 3-1 left. Yeah, that was great. It's actually the closest runway for cargo. Could be, not always. Could be. And Thomas Rutschik says hello and Moinos humble. Good morning. Good morning, Thomas. Well, good evening to you, right? How are you doing? Moin moin. Is that right? We go over real quick to Aero Mexico on 3-1 right. 787-800 from, I guess, from Mexico City. And we stay right here with ANA 777-300. ANA will fly to Tokyo, Haneda. And then we have the Korean A380-100 coming up. Another one to Seoul. But actually, the Korean 380 could be really, really interesting. Usually heavy, takes a lot of runway, climbing out shallow, and we might see it in front of the skyline. That would be awesome. Korean A380 climbing out of New York, runway 31 left, and banking left right in front of the skyline of Manhattan. Keep fingers crossed. Isn't that a sight? Huh? Isn't that a sight? ANA on her way to Tokyo Haneda. So she's coming back, guys. She's coming back. And there she goes. All right. Korean Air A380. Before we go to the Korean, real quick to British 777-300 from London. Pretty busy. Nice. All right. Let's have a look on the inbounds and keep an eye on the Korean. We have another heavy coming in. We have that's American Airlines. Flights 45 coming in. I think she's going to go to 3-1 right in the One World livery. But we have an eye on the Korean 380. Udo says, now it's pizza time. Udo. I wish you einen guten Appetit. Enjoy your pizza. All right? Hope to see you next time. Have a good evening. That's actually, like when I leave the spot, there's a great pizza place actually, like 5 minutes from here. The typical, the good New York style pizza. Looking forward for that. Just like 1 or 2 slices. Well, that's what I always say, right? But pizza is really good. Jealous, Udo! Jealous! Alright, we are waiting. There's some inbound traffic coming in. And we see the next highlight coming up. What is it? Can you guess? What's taxiing to runway 31 left? Let's have a look. Guys, that's a real highlight. First time that I see that airplane that's currently taxiing to runway 31 left. Marcus, can you guess what it is? No, it's not the bark that is. It's not that guy here. Let me see. It's not that guy, I can tell you. Too slow. But let me say, you can smell it. You can smell the diesel. But guys, what about that one? Is that cool or is that cool? We have a Swiss 330-300. I guess it's from Geneva. And here we got the Korean 380 on the move. gonna be blocked for a second by the from the barge. I'm sorry, guys. Is this a plated ship channel? I don't know. I don't think so, but nothing you can do, right? Well, Marcus, not the Norse, which I think it's also very nice, but there is Japan Airlines 350-1000 with a special livery coming up in a second. She's approaching the holding point for 31 left, the taxi holding point. And Thomas, you just tuned in at the right moment where we have three beautiful aircraft taxiing to runway 31 left. That's Korean 380-800, number one. Then Japan Airlines 350-1000 with a special sticker. And then the Norse 787-9 coming up, the Dreamliner. Great time. What is it now? It's 8 o'clock in Germany. It's Tagesschau time. Are you guys watching Tagesschau? The 8 o'clock news is called prime time in Germany. 8:15, it's the prime time. Now, let me try something, guys. Let me try something. How does that look like? Yeah, Marcus says, now a cooperation for Jens with Hamburg Hafen Live, right? But I think we got a minute, because for you guys in Frankfurt, that might be standard. For us guys here at JFK, look at that. Ringelsocke is coming in. Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful. Condor 330-900 Neo from Frankfurt. But we'll stay with the Korean. But we have actually Korean, we have Japan Airlines, we have Norse, and we have LATAM 767-300 coming up too. Look at that. Isn't that a great picture? And Marcus says next to Lufthansa 747-8 from Frankfurt too. Follow me, aviation, and who wins the race, Asian or Korean? Let's see. Let's see. YouTube. 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 Huh? Planes and Friends. All right. Oh, Sorry guys, just missed the Lufthansa, the 747-400 coming in. Was just talking to some people that have a question. Understandable, right? Looks weird, but we'll have an exciting lineup now. Marcus, was that a 400 or an 800 or a Dash 8? I think it was a 400, wasn't it? I'm not sure. And we have Kenya Airways 787-800 coming up too. Guys, that is absolutely beautiful what's coming up here. 231 left. So I would say the next 15 minutes, that's a little bit of a highlight of the day, I would say. Nice. And right behind, and here we go, takeoff. Wow, that thing is heavy. All right, let's have a look on Japan Airlines. And we're going over to Norse. All right, guys, week 300. Pretty busy at the moment. Let me see where this flight is going to. To Lima, Peru. And then, very sorry, but it's a little bit of a special too. We got Kenya on the way to, is it Nairobi? We don't waste much time here. All right, let me see. What do we have next? We have an what is it? AVX air on the radar on ground, coming up to 3-1 left. I think it should be in around like 10-15 minutes, I guess. Very interesting. They operate one of the oldest 767s out there. Usually they're over 30 years old. So when you Google it, like just like type in like oldest 767s in service, AVX Air is coming up. So they keep them up and flying. That's good. We have Delta 767-400 coming in from Munich in 3 minutes on a 3-1 left. That's a 8-hour and 20 minutes flight. Emirates A380-800 coming in on 3-1 right. 2 minutes out. So let's wait for the Emirates 380. Should be here any minute. It could be a parallel approach on a 3-1 left with a Delta 767-400 from Munich. So let's see how this one goes. Yep, Economy Aviation says, here he comes. On final. And there comes Delta 767-400 in parallel. She should show up shortly. The flight from Munich. Well, that one was interesting. She was like flaring over 3-1 left for a while. Holy cow! She was performing a very long landing. That's very unusual. I've never seen that. Cool. Always something new here at JFK, right? Now we have Delta 330. What is it? Should be a 900 according to the winglets. Is it? Let's have a look. Nope, a 300. I'm sorry. 330, 300 to Atlanta, Georgia. Looks like a repositioning flight, but it's nothing unusual that they fly with wide bodies within the US. And there's the next highlight, taxiing towards 3-1 left. Let's have a quick look. Here we go. Etihad 380-800. On her way to Abu Dhabi. Let's have a look on the Delta 330-300. Then do we have anything on final? What is relevant? Let's have a look. There's a lot of final, but a lot of small airplanes. So let's see. Or smaller airplanes. There's a lot of inbound traffic. So let's have a look on the chat. Follow Me Aviation says the runway is long enough. You're right, absolutely. I think the third longest in the US. And what do we have here? Caribbean. That's number 2. So now, like within the next, within the next hour, realistically, the rush to Europe will start. Like the earlier flights, right? And then this actually goes on till, I would say, almost midnight. There's an Air France flight to Paris around midnight. I think that's the last plane leaving to Europe. But if you now want to approach JFK on the Belt Parkway, Jesus Christ, good luck. There's a lot of traffic, Like even now or later on, going back, right? Going back to Jersey. Like even when you go out of New York, go out of JFK, it's gonna be a ton of traffic. That's why it's always great to relax and enjoy a pizza afterward. Like Udo, right? Right, Udo? I hope you enjoy your pizza. All right, there she goes to Atlanta. Main Delta hub. Let's go over to Caribbean. I think they fly in 1 or 2 times a day. Not sure. But Nice livery too. What do you think? Follow Me Aviation. Wish you a nice weekend. All right. Have a great evening and also a nice weekend. And I hope to see you in one of our future live streams from wherever it will be. All right. Greetings over to Germany, I guess. All right. Let's go over to Eddie Hutz.
Waiting for nice airplanes?
Huh?
Nice shot.
Sure. You're live on YouTube.
You're live on YouTube.
Yeah, you're live on YouTube. I can hear it.
You put up the camera 2 weeks ago there?
Huh?
Somebody put up a camera there.
I don't know. There's a lot of people, you know, filming and doing that stuff. So
What are you waiting for?
just for airplanes in general.
People like to watch it?
It's my hobby. Yeah. If you see the YouTube channel Planes and Friends, that's where he goes.
You play planes and trends?
Friends.
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 You're live on YouTube now. You're waiting for some action? What are you waiting for? You have the runway? You like to fly too, or that?
Depends. Sometimes. Not actively. No. No.
You like more the vacation after that flight?
Sometimes for business, but that's it.
You see the runway? Make it the best.
Ja, we zitten net zo.
How much people are now live on it?
Yeah.
How much? Yeah.
How long now? 2.5 hours?
No, how much people do you get now live on it?
Oh, how much likes? Well, it's a small channel still, like 1,200 subscribers, so it's not like it's not huge, right? But just started last year, so it takes time to grow and everything.
Yeah,
so.
but how much views do you get?
Depends. Depends on a lot of things. 2,000-3,000. It's not big, right? It's not big. So.
1 year it's enough.
Huh? But that goes all over the world, so right.
Do only this airport or a lot of airports?
No, I'm only in aviation. There are some others, you know, they're doing ships or trains. It depends, but this is only airplanes.
You go to the other airports or only JFK?
Well, I live in Jersey, so, you know, it makes sense. JFK here.
Trump or Biden?
Huh?
Trump or Biden?
Neither nor. I don't talk about politics.
Oh,
Stay out of politics.
he's smart. Well, look at that one. A380, you know?
The big one?
Oh, I got on
Every
the
how
screen.
much seconds the plane takes off?
Huh?
Every how much seconds the plane takes off? How often the plane takes off? Every
Oh,
50 seconds?
it depends on the day. Like in the morning, you have more. At the evening, you have more. It depends on the weekend. It's a little bit slower, right? Depends on the day, but usually around that time, you see the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. There are more coming up. Now a lot of planes are starting to get prepared for their rush to Europe, right? There's all the night flights over the Atlantic. So usually I would say from like 4 o'clock, from 4 p.m. to midnight. That's a lot of traffic. It's a lot of airplanes. You were sitting in traffic on Bell Parkway. Like when you want to go to JFK around that time, it's a ton of traffic. You're sitting in traffic like crazy. So,
Everybody can hear you now on the live.
huh?
They can hear you now live. What are you talking now?
Say again?
There's also a voice on the video,
Yes.
so they can hear you now.
Yeah.
You hear us too?
Yeah, of course.
So what? This
Yes,
is 380
that's a microphone.
or it's a 747.
That's a 380.
Wow. Yeah, the wind too. It's very windy now.
There's a cover.
Oh. Wow. He's in the air. Yeah. Last week after the end, I was going by 50, maybe. Sit there. Wow, hey, hi. Sit there. Oh.
Waar ik los vanuit. Er is laag op YouTube channel.
Ja? Piano playing. You know the... Waar zie ik even het spelen?
Maar het is een beetje een zak.
Wow. You... Wow, that's interesting. Well, look at that one.
That's a freighter. 747. Philadelphia. 747.
Zeg maar, is al in een plane. Jubber zit niet al. Issues. You know the system whether you use which runway?
It's up to the wind, right? So they usually land and take off against the wind.
Against.
Against the wind, yeah. It gives more uplift to the wings.
Yeah.
That's they always take off against the wind.
This is positive.
So we
This should
we
shake.
have wind coming from the west at the moment.
Deze is een shit. Hoe zit het dus voor
Ja, die shirt. Deze is
This. Last few weeks we have schooling all day.
Yeah.
What plane is this?
That's China cargo.
Oh yeah.
Which airline is it?
777?
China cargo.
777?
Yep, 777 cargo.
Choose all minus one.
777.
Het is
Zo. Zo is.
Stiga do dobro.
Laat zijn machine weten.
Ja, man.
Nog da sljedeće godine desiti to perfekcionira.
Odraai altijd. Tell her in the subscribers.
How many people are watching this live now?
I have to look it up. I don't know out of my mind yet. No, it's only the camera. See, that's a live picture from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would someone sit and watch this live?
Oh, that's big.
Interesting.
That's big. That's big. All over the world, it's big. The main channels are from LA. There are two channels called LA Flights and LA Video Flights. They are the main channels.
What's your channel name?
Planes and Friends.
How much views does they have, the big company?
I mean, views, it depends, but how long you're live, but they have, I would say, between 500 and 700,000 subscribers.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Het is beter normaal. Ja, gewoon. Zeg wat ze zeggen, ja, ten zijn we weet je. Let's then do terminal.
He's in there. Hallo, making a screenshot?
Ja, gewoon snel. Vreemde noem zijn channel. Planes and Friends?
Go guys to the bus dan.
Jet ski.
That's right, we got here.
Ik ga raak naar hem. Wat kan ik doen met
Zag me, dit was een schele zeggen.
Geen verwachting.
Daar gaat het niet zo. Ik heb nog iets in de shit. Heb ik nog even mijn camera aan?
Let's focus on the planes. En laat redden.
They can hear you too. They can hear you too.
Planes and Friends.
Hear you too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You do this every day? You do this every day?
No, just on the weekend.
Anyone comment about it?
That's hobby.
How many followers do you have? Subscribers?
Well, at the moment, it should be around 1,200. It's a rather small one, right? So we're growing. Like the big ones, they have like 500,000 to 700,000.
You make money?
No, not yet.
How much runways do they use now? Two?
That's 3-1 left, actually. That's the third longest runway in the US.
They use them.
Well, how much? But for landing, you need less than for takeoff, right? For landing, maybe not even 1/3 of it.
It's the same runway for pick up and take off and land?
Yeah, they use only Delta usually lands here because it's shorter for them to taxi to the terminal, right? And usually this is a takeoff runway, and over there, 3-1 right is usually a landing runway.
Delta you lands on the takeoff from.
It depends. Not always, but some of them. It depends on traffic, you know, how many airplanes are lining up for takeoff. So
How
at
much
the
they
moment,
have now?
huh?
How much are waiting now?
Here, I mean, see these two,
Two just
but they're more coming.
Last week was a busy week.
There's always traffic. There's always traffic.
That's
See, there's one landing right over there. There's 3-1 right. Should be another Delta, right? It looks like.
So they're using that two runways?
Yeah. They usually use one runway for landing and one for takeoff.
Not? Yalnız yemek ne yapıyor? Kavikasyon. How much is such a camera? Expensive, huh?
Could be. Yeah. You know,
buy B&H?
you need, yeah. I buy all my stuff from B&H.
B&H are the best.
They're the best.
Really?
They are the best. It's like on these cameras.
No other RAM or nothing? B&H?
No, I only buy from B&H. But it's hands down the best service. The best customer service. The widest selection. It's amazing. Well, actually, the biggest problem on these cameras is the overheating. So we need to buy cameras that are able to dispense the heat from the permanent filming.
What is the ship? What is it doing?
I don't know. A ship.
He's going into
I don't know much about ships. Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Okay. You too, guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. We had some visitors asking questions about what we're doing. You know, nice. So, Andy is in the chat. Welcome. Andy, that's in English only, but I guess you can understand, right? Marcus is still here. Sorry, I was tied up to some people that were interested or are interested in what we're doing here, right? So, big community outside this park. So there's a lot of interest going on about what we are doing. But Andy, that's live from New York, from Queens. It's from a park. It's Kelly McLaskey from NBC Sports of America. No, just kidding, right? For you guys, McGarfield Andy is one of the people I know for the longest time. I think we first met in Andy help me, 1981, 82. Long time ago. That's that's better than in Stuttgart, right? A little bit, but I tell you, we're pretty far away. So that's full 600 millimeters. We have ABX, a stone old 767-200. Let's go over here. Can you see and feel the H? Oh my God. $1983. Look at that. Look at that. Can still remember the day, Andy. I can. So that was Airborne Express. Usually they fly to Cincinnati. Where this flight goes, I have to look it up. I don't know. But yeah, they belong to the oldest 767s that are still in service today. Crazy. Vehicle talk. What day? The day we met the first time. The first, yeah, like the day we talked to each other. The first day. That day. Markus sagt, you könnt euch nicht. Yeah, of course. And HB, hello from Frankfurt. Hello from New York, HB. How are you doing today? Now the rush, the traffic starts for, you know, from the planes going over to Europe, to France, to Italy, to Spain, to Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Portugal, the night flights, right? So it's coming up. It's going to be very busy later on here. So you're going to see how the taxiways will fill up. Now it's still, what time is it? 2:50, approaching 3 o'clock, so 9 o'clock in Europe, right? 9 p.m. in Europe. But yeah, it's going to be busier later on. HB says, great show, thank you. Do my best, you know, it's not like that I have many years of experience in doing this. It's actually my second live stream that I'm doing here. So, still lots of stuff to learn. So, you know, when the picture or the sound is not always the greatest, please excuse me. We're learning, or I'm learning here to get better. But it's just so much fun. The weather is beautiful. Well, actually now it's no storm anymore. Like in the morning it was like, Jesus, it was like super stormy. But now it's okay. It's still very windy, don't get me wrong. But not as bad anymore as it was in the morning. But I'm also standing here like with a t-shirt, right? Jeans, so no jacket, nothing. It's a beautiful day. 8:15 Germany, HB. Yes, absolutely. HB's great show. Absolutely. So let's see what Flight Radar says, right? So we have Neos 787 9 Dreamliner coming in from Milan, in 2 minutes, let's say 3 minutes. We have DHL from Milan, coming in 2 minutes, 767-300. Very interesting traffic coming in, but they might all go for 3-1 right, so let's see how it goes. But with the light getting better, the contrast is getting better, the overall picture is getting better, so we're good. Not that we can do anything against it, right? So we just try to get the best shot possible. And we have a lot of deltas coming in. I think we have also who do we have over here? It's American? Is it American? Looks like. Don't want you guys to get dizzy. we are live now almost 3 hours. We are approaching the top of the hour, 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. here in New York. Live airplane spotting from Bayswater Park. Beautiful day, nice and sunny day, nice breeze. Couldn't be any better. And we were hoping for actually, like, for one Saturday to get the runway 4s to be active, right? The full right arrivals and full left departures. Just, you know, for the departures, let me show you. Let me show you the picture, right? So you can understand about what I'm talking about here. That's runway 4 left. The green strip, what you see, that's 4 left. Now imagine a 380 taking off here. You can actually see it in a few of my videos from my channel, Planes and Friends, right? A few taking off here. That's simply beautiful. Simply beautiful. All right, we have DHL 767 coming in from Milan. See how windy it is? Lots of corrections. All right. We have next Neos coming in on 34 right, flight 787. Neos flight 787. It's a 787-9 Dreamliner coming in from Milan on a 7-hour and 47 minutes flight. Isn't that crazy? 747. 7 hours, and now it's 7:48, right? Now we have a 7:48. Well, no, more and more actually the departures become important. Hey John, welcome to Planes and Friends. Yeah. What did you order now? Andy, that's exactly the problem. So now we have Neos and we have Alaska special colors. Or is it? No, it's regular. I'm sorry, guys. Ooh, now it's windy. Nice gust. Marcus. Next long haul. Inbounds. Qatar 777-300 from Doha. Air France 777-300 from Paris. Lot 787-900. Scandinavian 321 Neo. Look at that. Long range from Copenhagen. Lufthansa 380 from Mok. Wow, nice. KLM 7810 from Amsterdam. That's crazy. Delta 767-400 Los Angeles and 767-300 from Accra, Ghana. ACC is Accra, I guess, right? In Ghana. John says Neos is a low-cost airline from Italy. Yes, indeed, it is. It is. But like, you know, John, I mean, it's not so easy to get it in Europe. So we you come here to JFK, you basically get everything. That's a great thing. And it doesn't stop at like 6, 7, 8 o'clock or not at 10 o'clock. It's 24/7. 24/7, 365. And the most interesting flights actually, they are at night. They're between, I would say, 10 p.m. and like 3 p.m., 3 a.m. Then this is where it's really interesting. All right, we're gonna go to a Delta 757 on 31 left coming in. Look at that, nice long landing. All right. Yep. Thank you, Marcus. Got him. And John says 757-200 from San Francisco. It's also a long flight. Actually, I think it's like 20 minutes longer than when you fly to Los Angeles, LAX, because like San Francisco is way up north, right? For you European guys, Rome is actually on the same level than New York. Excuse me, New York is on the same longitude. I guess it is, right? Than Rome. So this is how far south New York is. So Frankfurt, Germany, is way more north than New York. And I can see from here, I think ITA, the 330-200 is on the way to runway 31 left. Looks like another Delta rush hour, huh? And watch out, guys, that's just a glimpse of what to expect in a few hours. What you see right now, holding short of 31 left. Marcus says next to start on 31 left, actually. Kira flight Cessna citation to West Palm Beach. Let's have a look down. going on here? I see Cathay Pacific is moving. I think ETA got pushed back. Guys, when the picture is a little bit shaky, please excuse. Again, the wind picked up again significantly. It's very windy. Some crazy wind gusts too. John says, "Big Q." Next inbound. Here we go. Thank you. That was nice. And we have another one. Via France. Lot from Warshore. Next inbound. Thank you, John. Much appreciated. So if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, we would be happy to receive a like and a subscribe. It helps the channel grow. That would be awesome. Thank you. All right, we got a lot, and I see, is it special colors? That would be fantastic. No, it's not, it's regular. Sorry. It's too far away. I'm not aiming that quick, you know, like the big channels out here. They spot the plane instantly, and they zoom in and boom, they have it, right? So it takes me a little time. But we'll get there, no worries, we'll get there. John says, great work, Jens. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, well, you know, it's, yeah, it's my second live stream, so the 5th one and the 10th one, they will be better. I promise. I promise. Look at that! The flight to Hong Kong. Cafe, One World livery. Nice. HP says, I love Latam. Yeah, me too. Me too. I like him a lot. Well, sadly, they got rid of their Airbus, right? So Boeing said, you know what? We'll help you here. So they're, what? They're sadly all Boeing, or they're proudly all Boeing, right? Like Alaska Airlines, proudly all Boeing. But yeah, it is what it is. Great airline. Great airline, absolutely. Lufty 380. Next minute's from Munich. Thank you, John. And Marcus says in Germany, it says, sorry, there's no master is fallen from heaven. Yeah, you're right. Exactly, Marcus. You're right. You're right. Actually, last year, Marcus, I was returning to LA and I made a video out of it so you can see it on my channel. The last time I was in LA for aircraft spotting was 1997. Can you imagine? 1997. Same spot, El Segundo, Clovis Park. But of course, different people, right? But you know what? That hobby never gets old. You always make new friends. That's why I named the channel Planes and Friends, because that's what it's about. And it doesn't matter where you plane spot, where you're located at, you always meet new people, you always make new friends, and that's fantastic. That's a great hobby, isn't it? So yeah, Los Angeles was great. Also, like, see how the big channels are doing, like what they're doing, far away from it, like far away from it. But there's one thing that we have all in common, and that's the passion for aviation. That's the passion for airplanes, and that's fantastic. John says, over 15-hour flight time to Hong Kong. Yeah. Good luck in economy class, right? Good luck in economy class. I think over there's Scandinavian 321 landing on 31 right, but that's too far out. So yeah, they're flying over from Copenhagen on a 321. Wow. Back in the days when like United was connecting Stuttgart with New York, I sometimes took that flight. Was it from New York? Yeah, it was to New York on a 757-200. So sometimes in wintertime, when the jet stream was a little bit stronger, they had someone go down, I don't know, Newfoundland or wherever, or Reykjavik, to load some extra fuel. Summertime, the 757 was making it back and forth non-stop, no problem. But in wintertime, sometimes they didn't make it back non-stop, so they had to refuel on the way to New York. Nowadays, with the 321 Neos, with a long range, no problem at all, right? New York, Paris, straight. I mean, right now there's the ILA, the International Air Show in Berlin, where they have an XLR and 321, and you can see like on the fuselage, New York to Paris, and that aircraft actually opens up a lot of options of what you can do. And a perfect route would be New York to Stuttgart. Especially Stuttgart, what has a very strong economy. I'm wondering that not more people flying from Stuttgart straight. All right, now we have, look at that, Lufty. 380 from Munich. Coming in 3-1 left, that's amazing. Makes a long landing. And on 3-1 right, there was KLM 78710 from Amsterdam flying in, but you see it on the right hand side on your screen, but too busy, right? We focused on the king, 380. Let's have a look on Cathay. 777-300 to Hong Kong, 15-hour flight time. And now the wind has picked up severely. Marcus says, next starts Cathay to Hong Kong, American 75 to Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio, Delta 900, JetBlue, and Delta CRJ 900 to Kansas City. Thanks, Marcus. Here we go. right, have a good flight to Hong Kong. Actually, guys, I have 1% of battery left. That's my second one. I think I call it a day. It was a great day. Almost 3.5 hours of great plane spotting. Now, actually, the sun is getting better and better. But when I would switch off my camera to change the batteries, I would lose you guys. So I'll call it a day, and I want to thank you all for joining today, and many more Saturdays or even Sundays. You never know to come. All right, and Andy, thank you very much. A350 is a nice plane. It is. Marcus, thank you very much for your support and for your help, for looking up the flights. Much appreciated. John, thank you very much for looking up the flights too, for your support. Much appreciated. And whoever is still on the channel, Tom, if you're watching too, thank you. And yeah, you guys have a fantastic evening in Europe. This is your Saturday evening, the Saturday afternoon you spend with a little bit of plane spotting from LAX, from JFK. Well, LAX is gonna come soon, but from JFK. And thank you. See you next time. Bye bye.